in November, and I'm just so thankful everything's been going well so far. I am sitting very comfortably, waiting for Marcia, because she's at the clinic. She's doing her echo today. Although Marcia's been dealing with sickness, she's been taking it like an absolute champ. Are you tired? We got a preggy girl over here. So yeah, I'm gonna be a dad. I'm so excited. It's kind of strange to me. It's entering new territory, but I feel really ready, and so does Marcia. It's strawberry season, not just in Japan, but also for Marcia, who has been craving strawberries during her entire pregnancy, whether it's lunch, breakfast, dinner. I just feel so lucky to start a family with a woman I love, and I know whatever's ahead of us, together we can do it. Well, I was really fortunate to have great parents growing up, so I want to pass on what they gave to me. Mars is a very loving and caring person I know, so I have absolutely no doubt she will be an amazing mother. You can see your pregnant daughter. That's like a little penis. Yes, I figured. But I promise to help along the way and be the best dad I can possibly be. I can't wait to meet this kid.
I have to do the body. Alright. Let's do this. So, yeah, R yeah, R RVRL season 5 round 3 at in Imola, Italy, and the track name Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari circuit. Very legendary track, and very known for, not for the good reasons, Ayrton Senna's death, for example, then Ratzenberger's death, well, yeah, basically 1994 year, not very known for good reasons. But then as well, this track was previously very hard to overtake on, as like they weren't that like, for example, the start finish straight, it wasn't that fast. In the middle of it there was a chicane, so that you couldn't really overtake. So like till well, let me just talk about the track before I go into the history. So the track has 19 corners. Three of them are not really a corners, or actually four. So there are like 15 actual corners, but there are 19 corners. Best overtaking places are turn 1, turn 2, turn 7, turn 9 not really, turn 12 not really, turn 14 not as well really, turn 17 could be a good one. So like turn 2 and turn 7 are the absolute best to overtake, but then someone that you can overtake, it is possible to overtake, but they're a little bit harder to do, are turns 9, 12 not really, 14, 15, then turns 17 and 18. So the absolute best overtaking places are turns 2 and 7, but then the places that are somewhat good overtaking places but not the best overtaking places, there's that small risk that there's gonna be contact. Well, obviously every single time that you wanna do, you're gonna do an overtake, or at least try. There's that small risk of contact, but in these corners there's a bigger chance of making contact. So turn 9, turn 14 and 15, and then turn 17 and 18. Those are the corners. The first Grand Prix hosted in 1980. Number of laps 32. We have sprint as well, so quali is gonna be short either way. If it's gonna be if there's gonna be more than 16 people. Circuit length 4.909 kilometers in miles. Let me just check if it's here. Oh no, it's not done in here. Race distance 154.5 kilometers. Lap record is 1 minute 15.484, set by Lewis Hamilton in 2020 in the famous W11. Let me just close my door real quick. Right, that's done. So yeah, and obviously, and in the track there's only one DRS zone, the start finish straight. Any other place there isn't really good overtaking, not very good places to have a DRS. Maybe from turn 15 to go into turn 17 could be, but that's not really good one either. So I guess this drivers are meant to ready up, I guess now. Yeah, but the history, many corner, actually, this track previously was very fast, going to Tossa or turn 7. It was from start finish where there was a chicane to turn 7 nowadays, or Tossa. It was just flat out. Tamburello or corners 2, 3 and 4, it was flat. It was a really fast left-hander, and then Villeneuve chicane, which wasn't a chicane, it was as well a straight going to Tossa into turn 7. That was flat out as well, but since and as well in Variante Minerale or nowadays turn 11 and 12, there was a chicane. Then other things, turn 14, I guess it was more open, or I'm just alright, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was how it is nowadays. But then the two final corners, Rivazza or turn 17 and 18, they were more. Actually, turn 17 was more close, or like not as open as nowadays, and turn 18 has stayed the same. And turn 19, I think there was a chicane back then. But then after the crash of Ronald Ratzenberger, was it Ronald Ratzenberger? Well, I know that's his surname, Ratzenberger, and Ayrton Senna, which they had their crashes in. Senna in Tamburello after, I think, his steering column broke or something, that he just couldn't turn and he went straight into the wall. And one of the suspension bars just unfortunately hit his helmet, went through the helmet or something, and just he died from that. Not like immediately, but later on that the same day or the next day, I think. No, the same day. And Ratzenberger, after he didn't know that he had front wing damage, so he went like normally in the what is nowadays Villeneuve chicane. He went flat there and just died on impact into the concrete wall, I think. So they put chicanes in Tamburello and Villeneuve chicane, which Tamburello corners 2, 3, and 4, and Villeneuve chicane turns 5 and 6. They put chicanes there. Then they removed the chicane in Acqua Minerale, which is turns 11 and 12. The chicane at the start-finish straight, that has stayed, so it was much more harder to overtake. But then after 2006, they have removed that chicane, and now it is easier to overtake. And as well, Varanta Alta was more opened, but after 2006, it's now less close, so it's slower. You have to take it slower, and it's harder as well. Any other track changes? Not really much. Rivazza, nothing really changed. No, not really anything changed in here. But we are into quali. I know this track's corners somewhat, so yeah. I don't think I need to put my laptop on, so just close the laptop because I don't need it. I have my phone if there's gonna be any sort of restart or anything, or I will see some suspicious activities. If there's gonna be a something. I have the broken controller, that the R2 doesn't work properly. Quick pit stop. Quick pit stop. But Javier is the first one to be out on track. On softs, obviously it is short quality, so I expect everyone to be on softs. Then it is Splandi. Then it is a Williams from Sparko. Then it is a Red Bull from Josh. Then it is Alex in the Ferrari, reserving for Ferrari. And the rest to reserve for different teams are I think Javier in Haas, I guess. Then Matt in Alpine, Sparko in Williams, and Axel for Ferrari. Actually, now he's basically, you can say him full-time driver, as Nathan or NJ left. Yeah, then it was Josh, then it was Axel, then it is Noise, and then it is Reggie, Then it is Matt. As Javier has started his first flying lap. This track is very easy to invalidate on in Tamburello. In now Villeneuve chicane as he went wide into turn 6. 25.216, and not really great first sector, as I saw the mistake in Villeneuve chicane. Now into Piratella, wide off track, and somehow he didn't get invalidated, but he lifted into Occa Minerali, some sort of a good exit into Variante Alta now. 53.448. Again, not the best. You can attack them, curbs a little bit more. And the exit was somewhat good. Going into both the Rivazzas, but Javier lets down from the throttle and doesn't fully complete the lap. As Sparka spun on the in Piratella, damaged front wing on the right side. That's gonna affect him a little bit. Javier fastest lap 1:21.332, but he let off from that lap as there's a Alpha Tauri having some problems. Also Reggie causing no flags, but that is splendid going into P1 117.543 by the Irishman. Yeah, Irishman. By the Irishman. There was... Who was that? That was... I'm assuming that's Sparko. I know it wasn't Sparko. Sparko is now crossing the line. Josh goes P1 116.343 ahead of the other Irishman. So at the moment, two Irishmans in 1 and 2, but Axel goes now P1 116.236 in the Ferrari from the Swede, I think. I was saying them last time. Matt goes P5 123.326, but with that time I know that he had some problems on the lap. Javier, I think, is now has improved on his time 116.486, but he stays 4th. Behind him there's Jamie, who is trying to be, who is on a lap. Yeah, the Haas from Javier didn't help him at all. The Dutch versus the Brit. Or is even a Javier Dutch? Well, I mean, I can't see it here, but I'm guessing he is Dutch because he said something. He said something around there. Who are the new people that said the times? The American Cosfan, he went 4th once and now 5th, as Velocity go 3rd. Cosfan went 117.891, very good from the McLaren. Velocity goes 3rd, 117.358. Noise goes 3rd, 117.186. And now Matt goes 3rd, 116.626. There is a Ferrari coming across the line, but that is Jamie. He had his poor lap as he now goes 4th, 117.081. But we saw that Javier sort of blocked him on the lap. Reggie crashed out on the exit of the Rivazza, and there he lays like Charles was. No, that was Sainz. Sorry, that was Sainz. Like Sainz did. Panda goes P1 now, 116.119. The Norwegian on now personal pole position. Secret went 4th to 116.513. On Max goes 12th to 121.749 as Javier is having a trip on the gravel. But that's not kindergarten. This is F1 and RVRL, very serious league. Definitely not some rant league that is mostly dead. except when we were racing. But that is unfortunately the truth. Noise going to the pits, velocity not on a lap, Splendid on the out lap. So at the moment it looks like that the Norwegian is in P1, then it should be Axel the Swede. Yes, Swede. Then the Irish Josh, then from America or USA, Secret Matt from England. I'm gonna just say no, UK, then Jamie from UK, Noise from, I guess, Nepal. I'm guessing Nepal. Velocity from Switzerland, Splandy from Ireland, Kosvan from America, Javier from Netherlands, Onmas Match from Poland, Hakimi from Singapore, Sparko. I have no idea. I have actually no idea from where Sparko is. Well, he has a UK flag, so I'm guessing he's from UK. Reggie from UK, Thomas from UK, and Yusuf from UK. A lot of people from UK, but like it is in real F1, Velocity comes across the line and he stays in 8th. Although he did improve in his time, he doesn't improve position-wise. He stays 8th, 117.212, very close behind Noise. But even though he's close, there's still a little time to improve. And Thomas Mino goes 6, 116.63, very behind, very close behind his teammate Matt. So very good for the two Alpines. The Alpine car in this game is very good. It's basically the perfect car from the midfield. It has the straight line speed. It has basically everything, but not as competitive as for the top teams. Splendid goes now P1, 116.083. So it's now a Mercedes 1 and 2. But there's still a little over 8 minutes to go, so everything can unveil throughout qualifying. Who is on a flying lap? Velocity isn't on a flying lap. Yusuf might be. No, he hasn't validated, and he goes into the pits. Splendid has just set a time. No, so basically everyone either is on a in lap or an out lap. So actually no one is on a flying lap now. Still Hakimi and Sparko and Yusuf are yet to set a proper time. Hakimi and Sparko, I know that they can do better. Almost mad in this season, and especially when he switched on to race on a wheel, has been a little bit slower than the season prior, as he was back then racing on a controller. Axel has started his flying lap. We'll talk through going into Parabolica. Actually, I don't know how to say that anymore. I haven't raced in Imola in a while, but it looks good. Going to the Villeneuve chicane. Could have gone a little bit faster, but first sector a little bit down, 34 thousandths down on his time. Through Tulsa looks good. And now going into the Piratella or turn 9, very fast corner, and he goes off track. He doesn't get invalidated though. Now going into Variante Alta, not Variante Alta, Acqua Minerale, but he went wide and he invalidates his time, so his time is over. Could have been somewhat okay of a lap, but he messed up in Variante, not Variante Alta, Acqua Minerale, for God's sake, Wild. Why am I saying always Acqua Minerale, a Variante Alta? I don't know, but Sparko was improving to the second sector by over 10 seconds. I don't know, that would put him ahead of his teammate Orma Samad. Through the Rivatzes and on the exit, very good, no mistakes. And coming across the line, he goes P11, 117.512 out of Kosan, but behind Velocity. Who are else on the laps? Josh is this. He was on the lap, and he goes P1 116.043, 400s, exactly 400 out of Splandy. It's very close between Josh, Splandy, Panda. Less than a tenth between them. 76,000 only between those three drivers. Also very close between the Alpines of Matt and Thomas. Zara joined in, but she will just spectate. Yes, who doesn't know. Hakimi has parked his car, going to turn 4, I guess. Who the hell? I swear that someone went faster. I saw that Scott's fan went 11th, 117.405. That's who went faster. Now I know. Sparko, no, he's not on a lap, he's on an in lap. Axel on an in... well, he's invalidated yet again, so... on an in lap. Josh on the in lap. Yusuf might be on a flying lap. 24.556 for the first sector. Second sector, 51.140, so he is on a flying lap. Sfrian's also done very nice, and on the exit as well, very nice, very close to the track limits. Now going into the Rivazza, breaking up the 100 meter board. Very good apex on the first one, and on the second one, very good apex through the Rivazzas. On the exit was very good as well. And third one, he goes P8 to 116.005 behind the Alpine, so it's very good from the Alfa Romeo, as the Alfa Romeo supposedly is or should be fourth fastest, but I don't think that it's fourth fastest. I even drive it in the league, and no, it's not fourth fastest. It's like fifth or sixth fastest. No in hell that it's fourth fastest. Alpine is just so much better because it has better straight line speed, and I feel like it has better in the corners and better grip in the rear, while Alfa Romeo is more draggy and has just has less rear downforce. I feel like, or it might be just me. 10 minutes to go. Panda decided to go early to avoid any traffic. Could have been as well a little bit too early. It is a little bit weaving, so to warm the tires, so that can be as well that he's not going to be causing any of the traffic. Axel is now out on track as well. The Williams from Sparko, now Splandy as well out on track. Yusuf is going in. That could ruin Noise, as probably Noise wants to go out. Well, there's still a minute or so. Noise goes out now, so it didn't ruin Noise, but it could now ruin Yusuf, as mechanics are going to be slow as hell. Kosman is out on track, and then the Alpine of Matt, and then Jamie, as now Panda goes through the finish line. There's a massive amount of traffic ahead of him, and there's now an Alpine in his way. That was Thomas in his way, destroying Panda's flying lap. What a disaster for Panda. I knew that he went a little bit too early out on track, because now there was so much traffic, but as well Thomas just didn't look behind him and just didn't care that behind there was an Alpine. You used to reside in the pits, I guess, going out too late. Axel is on a flying lap. Parabolica not the best as he goes off track, and his lap is ruined as well, but that was his own mistake. Splandy is gonna now start his flying lap, possibly final. So going into the Parabolica, the hardest braking on this track, into the Parabolica, better made than from Axel previously, going into the Villeneuve chicane on the 6th and down to 4th gear. First sector, he's zipping by 58 thousandths, into Tossa. Very nicely done. No oversteer on the exit. Going into the Piratella. Very fast corner. Very close to, actually not as close to the track limits, but now into Aqua Minerale. Very nicely done. No mistakes. And second split, it is how much improvement? A tenth of improvement. Going to Variante Alta. Very hard piece of corner to get through, as a little bit of wheel spin on the exit that could cost him some hundreds. And going into Rivatzes, very nicely done. And on the exit, Deer's open through the line, and he goes P1, 115.991, almost half a tenth out of Josh, but there's still a lot more drivers behind on their flying laps. Sparko did mistakes, so his lap is not gonna that much count. Next one is gonna be Cosfan, who's gonna finish his lap through the Rivatzes. Done nicely, no invalidations, and he comes to the line. There's ahead of him a Williams who sort of was ahead of him, and Matt as well went into him. Sparko is gonna have... What is happening in here? What's a Sparko? Then Panda goes P1, 115.741. There is still just coming across the line. He didn't improve. But what was that from Sparko? What was that from Sparko? I hope that Sparko got... Only Sparko got a penalty. Who was that? Velocity coming across the line, but he didn't go ahead of Yusuf. What was that from Sparko? Just completely retiring on track. Well, thankfully Sparko only got a 5-place grid penalty, so no one that like the Alpine from Thomas, I guess, he didn't get any. Neither did Jamie, who went P5. But yeah, that was just a very bad thing to do from Sparko, even though he's probably high now. But Panda on pole position, quarter of a second out of Splandy. Even though he said that no practice, I highly doubt that. He goes P1, and it's a Mercedes 1 and 2, Josh P3, Axel P4, Jamie P6, Secret P6, Matt P7, Thomas P8, Noise P9, Yusuf 10th, Velocity 11th, Kofsvan 12th. Then it was who was 13th? Can't remember. 14th was Sparko, but he got a 5-place grid penalty. Deserved one. And as well, Tom, I guess Thomas is gonna get a penalty as well. Yeah, but now onto the sprint race. And it is raining, as it was expected. But this is only gonna be wet for the sprint race, unfortunately, in terms of for me, because it would be way better than it would be rain for the race, because spins. I mean, obviously, the sprint is gonna determine the grid for the race, but yeah. So basically, everyone on Inters, no surprise in there. Yeah, and Omersman not going out, not fancying doing the formation lap, I guess. Yeah, everyone on Inters. Well, there was a little bit of a drift from Panda on the exit of turn 4, or basically on the exit of Tamburello. Wait, was I what? Did I say some part Did I say at some point Parabolica? I feel like that I said Parabolica at one point. I don't know why Veloxray isn't is at AlphaTauri. No idea. The first spot on the grid isn't the best actually. Neither the third one, because you have to almost immediately turn right, so you have to be a little bit on the angle, and if you mess that up, then well, good luck with that. But yeah, tire warming is very important in this game, and obviously in real life. As drivers are now going into the Rivazza, not Lavazza, Rivazza, and they will be lining up for the grid slots. Obviously no DRS is going to be available this race. Let's see what Panda is going to do, if he is going to... Oh, there goes the Alpine, just wanting to go ahead of himself. But Panda, does he go? No, he doesn't go angled. He doesn't fancy to go with angled. Josh fancies to get a most streamlined start. Jamie and Matt disqualified. Vlogsy as well disqualified. Why is this camera so bad? There's literally a better camera than this. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights are out here in Imola for the sprint race. Josh, no, he actually didn't get the best starts, as there is already carnage at front. What is this camera? But there's already a spun Alpine from Matt, a destroyed front wing. What are these cameras, man? Can't do anything. Jamie is up to third. Behind, Noise has spun with Reggie, and they probably have some front wing damage. Noise had front wing damage. Reggie doesn't have, as Noise hits Reggie in the back, and he spun himself, and now he just got a little bit angry, trying to defend from the Williams. And up front, Yusuf is trying to make up places from a very bad start. And he's up to 12, but he has front wing damage. And now Spark and Javier, they make contact. What is happening in the first laps? Why is everyone just turning into each other? Javier just lets through everyone, as he had as well front wing damage. No, he didn't. Matt has front wing damage. Noise has front wing damage. As up ahead, someone has made a mistake, I guess Cosfan. Yusuf up to 12. Yusuf has front wing damage. On Matt, I don't think he has front wing damage. Matt already 3-second time penalty, corner cutting. Yusuf ahead of On Matt, as that is Matt spun, I guess by Noise, since he has no front wing. What is everyone doing with taking out each other? I don't understand. But with positions, the Mercedes drivers stayed in their positions 1 and 2 for them at the moment. Noise has crashed out on the straight, and that is a virtual safety car. I guess Noise couldn't be asked to retire in the pits, but had to retire on track. Well, luckily I guess that is only a virtual safety car, so nothing really serious. Reggie has spun, and he's down to P11, but Yusuf has to let him through, so he's going to be back into P10. Don't know really what happens on the starts. Camera was really bad, so I didn't see what happened there. I just saw pieces flying onto the track. But as well, Onmas, Matt and Kostan, they get drive-through penalties, and Kostan has front wing damage as well, so he's gonna have to, well, it depends if he wants to change that. But with the position changes, Jamie gained 2 positions, Charles lost 1 position, Secret gained 1 position, Axel lost 2 positions. Veloxi gained 4 positions, so very good start from him, avoiding all of the carnage. Thomas stayed in P8. Hakimi gained 7 positions from the start, starting 16th. Reggie gained 7 positions as well, starting 17th. Yusuf lost 1 position as he has front wing damage. Almost no front wing damage, I don't think, but he has a drive-through penalty. Javier has nothing, but he was caught up in the incidents. Kosvan changing his front wing, he still has to serve his drive-through penalty. Sparkle down the order in P14. But Yusuf lost 1 position. Onmasamad has gained 3 positions. Javier has gained 1 position. Sparkle has lost 1 position. Kosvan has lost 3 positions. Matt has lost 9 positions. And Noise Retired has lost 8 positions. And we're already in lap numero 3. I'll just say 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Secret is very close behind Josh. Could we see a swap between them? Panda sits a new fast lap 125.011. Could we see Secret and Josh changing positions? Secret has less ERS than Josh. Secret is closing in on Josh a little bit, but still a little too far back. But we'll see if the teammates are gonna fight for the P4. It doesn't really matter at this point who is gonna finish first. I mean, honestly, both of these drivers are still somewhat in the championship fights. I mean, everyone is in the championship fights mathematically, but technically, I don't think like someone in Alpine or AlphaTauri are gonna fight for the championship. Well, with the Mercedes, Panda and Splendid, they're on fire. Well, especially Panda, as Splendid was really quick in the Aston Martin last season. But this has turned around now this season in season 5. As now Panda is dominating the grid from two races that we have had, Bahrain and Portugal. Already, well, 2 wins on track, but one win taken from him from Portugal as he got a post-race penalty from qualifying. Weirdly, as Axel trying to overtake Secret into turn 2 into the Tamburello, they make contact, and they have lost crucial seconds behind Josh, and now Secret has to let through Axel. He's gonna lose 3 more positions. Veloxi is forced off track, and he had to go on to gravel, and he's gonna lose 1 position or 2. Secret is now a little bit desperate for the positions. He's now hitting Velocity, not leaving any room for Velocity. And now they have spun, or Secret has spun, and he's down to P9. That was really weird from Axel and Secret. Could be that Axel turned in on Secret, but it could be as well that Secret was just going straight, while Secret could be as well going just unnecessarily straight, while Axel was trying to turn into the corner. Actually, not well, position himself for the corner. Panda with a new fastest lap yet again. But yeah, back to the Panda's penalty for the race in quali. Well, I've actually never seen in any leagues that you get a race time penalty, a penalty for the race that was caused in quali. I've never seen that. That is very weird, I must say. I'm not gonna lie, that is very weird. But he was dropped down to P2. And he got a 1 penalty point as well, like Splendid did as well. Secret has lost one more position again, as he's now behind Yusuf. So, and both of them with front wing damage. But Yusuf is now ahead of Secret. But yeah, very weird that Pana got a race penalty from Quali. Very weird. And it doesn't say anything in the rules that you can't do that, so sort of weird activity from FIA. Must say. Kazan has been lapped, so I guess better for Kazan that he doesn't have to do one more lap. Josh is closing it on Jamie a little bit. Secret is trying to regain his P9 as he's forced a little bit off track onto the gravel. They make contact. Yusuf has regained his P9, but not in the best way, as he forced Secret off track. Actually gets a 3-second time penalty already in the sprint in lap 7. And at the moment he would drop behind Tomos, so it would be P6 for Axel and P5 for Tomos. Well, it depends obviously if Tomos is gonna get a penalty. Matt and Reggie, they are swapping positions, but they're battling for P13 on the exit of Rivazza. Both of them using ERS now. Reggie has a little bit more of it, so he can use more of it, but Matt is as well using it. He has stopped using, so Reggie will have the better strength speed going into the Tamburello, and going into Tamburello, he was around the outside of Matt. There's a beautiful move by Reggie, but Matt is trying to not worth commentating on that. I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna comment on that. I'm not gonna comment on that. That was very stupid by Reggie. Just turned in on him completely, just like he wasn't there. I don't know what the hell did Reggie do. Grow up. This guy owns a league. Grow up, kid. Grow up. Oh my god, what is this kid doing? Ruining the fun. Almost causing a safety car. Well, he got a... this is gonna be a safety car. Yep, there goes a safety car. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie, the league owner, a very good league with 3 divisions, purposely crashed Matt out. There you have a league owner. I'm not gonna be silent on that. If someone is doing like that, and I know that someone is a league owner, I'm not gonna say it, and I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be open about it. I'm not tolerating this BS. I'm not tolerating this. Maybe they're just having a rant or just some sort of joke, but I don't care. I know that Reggie and Matt, they know each other somewhat, and they're probably in the party or something. But I don't give a hell. I don't give a shit about it. I just want to commentate clean racing. If there is a carnage, if there's a carnage on lap 1, and I don't, well, it depends obviously if it was deliberate. Well, for Reggie it was deliberate in carnages, then it can be a little bit different. But for Reggie, why did I waste my time on that, on commentating on that? But yeah, it is a late safety car for the sprint. No one is listening to my stream, yay. Yeah, no one is listening to my stream, yeah. What the hell am I commentating on this? And I'm just having a bit of a slight depression at this point because of that safety car in this lap. There's still a few drivers that have to catch up. Javier, Yusuf, Secret, and Sparko, they have to catch up. Safety car had none of that, and well, actually FIA in the game, and just decided to go in, and yeah, like that. Panda is going to be controlling the pace, trying to warm up the tires as much as possible. And on the exit of Rivazza, on the second Rivazza, he should be going. Yes, he's going. So the race has been restarted. 2 laps ago, starting now. So 2 laps ago in this race. Sparko has crashed out on the exit of Piratella, but that's not going to be a safety car. Velox is trying to overtake Tomos into what? Oh, Tomos is going to focus against top penalty, ignoring yellow flag. So that could be as well removed, but we'll see after the post-race penalties or removed penalties. But Tomos looks like to be faster than Axel at the moment. Behind Yusuf and Sigrid, they've caught up to Javier. We will see what these three will do. Yusuf goes off track, tries to defend from Secret, a little bit aggressive from the Alfa Romeo driver. Well, he stays P10, but that was a little bit aggressive. Secret sends it on Yusuf going to Tosa. A little bit of aggressive on him, and he sort of turned in on Yusuf as well on the exit. He has lost his cool as well. And going to Aqua Minerale. Secret is very close behind Yusuf, but there is no overtaking spots at the moment. Yusuf is as well looking to overtake Javier at some point, but he can't really do anything about it. He'll most definitely try to overtake him on the start-finish straight, but he has to be looked behind as he sent it on Javier going into the third Rivazza, and he is now up to 9th. He has now some breathing air from Secret as the final lap has been started already a while ago. Secret is going to be trying to overtake Javier into turn 2 to the Tamburello, and on the inside Javier backed out of it, so Secret is up to 10th. Georges doesn't have the greatest pace at the moment, with sitting in P4 Axel very close behind him, and as well Tomos somewhat close there. But Splendid, or the Mercedes drivers, dominating this race, this sprint race from start to finish. 1 and 2 from the start till now. And Secret on the Panda on the exit of Rivazza. Here comes Costain, and to win the first sprint race of the season with the fastest lap. So full points for the Mercedes. So actually you don't receive any fastest laps in the sprint. Jamie finishes 3rd, Josh finishes 4th, Vloxity finishes provisionally in 5th, Axel provisionally in 6th, Hakimi provisionally in 7th, Thomas provisionally in 9th, and Yusuf provisionally in 9th, and Secret provisionally in 10th, Javier P11 as well provisionally. Why am I saying provisionally? Because Thomas' 5-second time penalty could be removed. We'll see about that. And as well with Yusuf and Secret, they could be getting maybe some penalties between them as well. I'm very excited to see the chat. Hakimi gets the driver of the day. I mean, he did a very good job finishing P7 from P16 as well. No, that was Reggie. Sorry, that was Reggie who did that earlier. But yeah, full points for for Mercedes. Yeah. And for the race, it is fully dry. And yeah, it should be fully dry, so no surprises in here. The only surprises that are gonna be in here are gonna be the tire choice for the start. Yeah. I don't know really how close should I be having my mic. Sometimes I'm having it here, sometimes I'm having it here. Okay, maybe not this close, but maybe here somewhere. I don't know. So you can definitely hear me. Well, actually, in the paddock, it's very quiet for some reason. I guess Matt and Reggie were just having a bit of a rant, but I don't care really. Actually, no, you can't really do anything about the sprint things, the sprint results, because like you can't really do anything about the sprint results, because then you can't really do anything about the sprint results. The penalties that were applied, they are applied. Like you can't really remove them. Because that then would change the quality or the race grid and then everything like that. Well, anyways, motor drives on the mediums besides Yusuf, Olmas, Matt and Noise for the hards, and Reggie, Matt and Sparko for the softs. So those drivers are going to be going aggressive, while the hard runners are going to be going slower on the start. Noise and Sparko disqualified from the quali. 32 laps. I don't know, I don't know, man. I'm just not really that energized right now. Well, I mean, throughout the race, I'm gonna be more energized. Hakimi and Yusuf squad as well, so both of the Alfa Romeo disqualified. And Panda has spun. He tried to take the chicane that was previously. Oh, there is as well. No, that was Matt's spun. Well, he was a little bit messed up in there. Very, very bad cameras again. I can't do anything about them. What the hell are these lights? The 5 lights, and away we go here in Imola. Splendid gets a better start than Panda. They're going side by side into turn 2 now. Jamie's trying to do something, trying to sneak ahead of Splendid into turn 2 and into turn 3. Jamie is ahead of Splendid, but Splendid fights back, and Splendid is now back to P2. Behind, Axel has tried to attack Velocity, but now Josh is trying to attack Axel around the outside of Tossa. But what is happening now? Axel is ahead of Velocity on the exit of Tossa. And now both the Red Bulls are now fighting for P6, going to Piratella. Josh had to go wide, and he remains advanced into P6. Thomas is now attacking Sigurd into Aqua Minerali for the P7. They make contact on the exit. no collision or not any serious things on there. But Matt and Reggie, they're having their runs again. I'm not gonna follow that. Well, yeah, Matt has been spun, but I don't care about that. They have had their own things. Yusuf has overtaken Javier into the first Rivazza. But I guess Sparko, from where did Sparko come from? Did he try to dive bomb Yusuf into the second Rivazza from absolutely nowhere? I was really surprised myself, but Noise is up to 10th after now overtaking Javier into zone 2, into the Tamburello, as well. Kozan is trying to overtake Javier into Tamburello. Thomas has spun on the exit of the Villeneuve chicane. Whole front wing damaged for him. For the Alpines, this is a disaster for both of them. Matt in the pits now. Reggie has crashed out on the exit of Tamburello. That this could be a full safety car, and it is a virtual one. It's a virtual one for now. Bloxy is between Josh and Secret now. Let me just look at the position changes. So Panda, Splendid, Jamie, Javier, Anonymous Matt, they have stayed in their positions. Axel has gained 2 positions. Josh and Veloxy, they have lost 1 position each. Yusuf gets a drive-through penalty. So this is a disaster for him as well. And there's open and he serves it immediately. And he's gonna be furious about that. Secret gained 3 places. Noise has gained 8 positions from P16. Cosfan has gained 4 positions. Javier and Anonymous, they have gained now 1 position. Hakimi has lost 5 positions. Yusuf has lost now 4 positions. And Thomas has lost 6 positions. Matt has stayed the same. In the chat, nothing happening. Or in the paddock, nothing happening. We are on lap 3 now. Secret is very close beyond Velocity. He's pushed him now off track on the exit of Piratella and going to Aqua Minerale. They're going side by side, and now Velocity pushes Secret off track. Something is happening with Secret and these incidents, because he's being caught up in every single one. Matt with the 3-second time penalty already on lap 3. But Secret is just getting involved in all of these incidents. In basically every single one. Well, Secret is gonna be furious, but as well he's gonna have a no drive-through penalty, a DRS on this straight. Splendid with a new fast lap 119.154 as Axel overtakes Jamie, a position swap for Ferrari. Secret is gonna try and overtake Velocity on the outside of Tamburello, going to turn 2 and now turn 3, little bit contact between them. Going to turn 4 now. Secret on the outside, going to Villeneuve chicane. Secret had to give out to Velocity, but now they're going side by side into Tossa. Secret is diving it down into Tossa. Velocity, is he gonna get a better exit? No, he doesn't. Secret gets a better exit, and he's ahead of Velocity. Going into Piratella. Velocity is now trying to dive bomb Secrets into Piratella. You don't really do that there. And now Aqua Minerale, again the same place. Secrets doesn't fall the same trick. Great battle between these two. Matt set a new fast lap 118.712. Secret is still very close behind Velocity. But the thing is gonna try and preserve this position or this gap for the straight, as he's now overtaking him into the Rivazzas, pushing Velocity a bit off track. And he is now ahead of Velocity, and Secret is gonna have the DRS on the main straight, but neither of these have ERS. Velocity is closing in. He's going on the inside, but he touches with Secret. He spins, and Secret was forced to go off track. Velocity now loses many positions After that, he drops behind Coswan and Noise. And now Coswan is up at the 7th from... I didn't even realize that he was that high up. And now Noise is up into 8th from P16. Let me just get the tires. Velocity was trying a bit too hard going to turn 2. Was trying to go into the gap well, technically it wasn't there. It's only because of 5-second time penalty, spinning in the pit lane, and yeah, he's gonna return the pits. Disaster for Alpine. But Velocity was still a bit trying too hard to go on the inside and braking too late, going into Secret, or basically pushing Secret off track. Secret was forced to go onto the gravel and cut turn 3. And as well with the contact, Velocity spun, losing 2 positions for Coswan and Noise. Them two were pushing a little bit too hard, but as well Velocity was trying to go into the gaps that wasn't there. Noise is trying to take Coswan into Tamburello. But a bit too far back as this Noise spins on the X of turn 4. Velocity gets caught up in that as well. Velocity could be having a front wing damage that we don't see, but Velocity got caught up in that Noise's spin. None of these drivers' faults, as well. Noise spun just out of nature, and Velocity couldn't go anywhere. I mean, obviously he could have gone right, but he didn't know where he's gonna go. And unfortunately, he went into Noise, possibly giving Noise some floor damage. Floor, side pot damage. Whoever wants to say, however they want to say. See, the Panda having a little bit of a wobble on the exit of the second Ravazza, as well. I think Splandy had one. Axel just can't get close enough to Splandy. Mercedes are having a beautiful weekend in Imola. And also, Josh is now pressurizing Jamie, and Jamie is trying to push Axel further ahead, like telling him that push mate, push, drive faster, we have to overtake them. Hakimi has overtaken Velocity into turn 2, or into Tamburello. So Velocity is down a place. Like I'm saying, Velocity could be having some front wing damage from those incidents that we don't see. Jamie still somewhat close to Axel, but Josh is closer to Jamie. Could we? Well, I mean, if Axel and Jamie would do a position swap now, then Josh could be taking advantage from that, as Josh is closing on Jamie now with the help of the DRS and ERS, trying to go around the outside now of Tamburello, and Jamie doesn't fight that as much. Josh is now ahead of Jamie, exiting Tamburello, going to Villeneuve chicane. Jamie was sort of looking maybe if he could get a better run, but he didn't. Josh is ahead. Meanwhile, Velocity and Hakimi, they have swapped positions. They're back what was a lap earlier. So Velocity is back to P8 and Hakimi back to P9. So now the swap that I was talking about, that cannot be done between the Ferrari cars, as Jamie went a little bit wide going through Aqua Minerale, losing almost half a second to Josh. But Josh isn't as well neither, somewhat close to Axel as he goes wide. He could lose the DRS on Axel now, going through the Ravazas, because the DRS detection zone is there on that wide line. Josh is too far, so Josh won't have a DRS behind the Ferrari, but Jamie is gonna have the DRS on Josh, so Jamie is gonna gain some time on Josh now. Axel has a little bit caught up to Splandy as well a little bit. But that gap has gone a little bit. But the gap is still 1.7 seconds now. 1.6. So the Mercedes at the moment are untouchable. Neither Red Bull, neither Ferrari can't do anything. So yeah, nothing that they can do about it. Secret has had his incidents, as Matt has crashed in the same place as he had his incident with Reggie in the sprint, and that has caused a full safety car, a fully deliberate safety car made by Matt. I saw that he got many penalties. Yeah, that ain't a place that you usually crash out. I can give out the race director now and just let me just show you the incidents. Yeah, exceeded track limits and corner cutting. Yeah, thermal damage there. So. Oh god. Oh no, this game, man. This game. Can't do anything about this now. I can't do anything about this. Oh my god, this game. I can't even leave the game even. I mean, everyone has pitted for the hards. Noise has retired in the pits. But I can't do anything about this. For some reason, you just give... Oh, this game, man. I mean, yeah, Matt has got 26 seconds, but who cares about that? Honestly, why is this game so ass? Why is this game so ass? I can't do anything about this. Like, I have to exit the game and as well close. Well, I guess see you in the next stream because this game is ass again.